Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. I proud of the way the guys fought, the way they competed. Dug ourselves a little hole, but continued to fight, and we clawed back in it. And unfortunately, we just came up a little bit short.
All right, questions for any of the student athletes? If you'll raise your hand, and we'll get a floor mic to you. Let's start right in the front. Go ahead.
Josh and Frankie, Elston, you guys did a pretty good job ball denial on him at times, but he kind of scores and bursts. What's the toughest thing about guarding him?
Josh?
I mean, he's just a great shooter. Sometimes he's going to hit shots with you kind of know he's going to hit shots. You just got to make him work for it. But he's a good shoulder. Best way to play a guy like that is just don't let him get the ball.
Same for Frankie.
I think they big shot some good screens for him when they really need to get him open. They shot some good screens, and at times we broke down. It was on us, not on him, and he just hit some big shots. He's a take big shots, he make big shots.
Other questions for any of the student athletes? If you'll raise your hand. Let's go back to the front.
Frankie, 19 points tonight. I guess, have you been able to think about your career ending yet?
It really hit me in the locker room just now, and especially after fighting so hard, know that we could have won the game. It just a mental lapse. You go back and you play the year back over, and it's just disappointing that we didn't do better because we had a great team. We just let it slip on it. It was on us on our part. It just everything must come to an end. I just hate I had to leave Auburn. It's a great school and a great institution. I love it here.
Other questions for any of the student athletes? Right in front, go ahead. You got it.
Frankie and Josh, to end the season, again, we've been talking for weeks about how poor the season has been and how frustrating it's been for you guys, but to walk away and have the end of career be this way and have this be one of the worst seasons in the program's history, how is that going to stick with you and how you remember your time this season and your time at Auburn overall?
Frankie?
Most definitely, just give you something now to work towards, like on the basketball court. That's in life. When you're down, it's always going to be a down time for you in your life. You go through struggles, and I think this is one of the major struggles in my life, and I learned a lot from it. So hopefully, I can carry on this into the field that I go into next year. So I don't take it as a bad thing. You learn your best experiences from your bad experiences. So I think it's good for us in a way.
Same for Josh.
I mean, it's not how you want to leave your legacy at a school. I mean, that's definitely not how you want to go out. But, I mean, we fought, and you just got to walk out the door with your head held high. And hopefully, I know these boys next year is going to carry the torch, and they're going to do better things than us. So, yeah.
Start right in the front.
Tony, can you talk about the offensive rebounds? Looked to be a key stat tonight.
They're a big team. They're big and physical, and we've been outmanned at the 4 spot all year long, playing small. But those guys, Al and Noel, fought their butts off in the paint. I just, told the guys disappointed about the rebound stat at halftime because it was the #1 key for the game, and us. I think they had 6 offensive rebounds at the half, and we had none. And it was a -9 at half, and that being the #1 priority. So just disappointed in that rebound number, given that it was the #1 key for the game today.
Hands up, other questions? Just go right to the left, go ahead.
Yes, Coach. There were moments, and it seemed like all year where you were, 2, down 4, make a mistake, they hit a 3. How many times have you just relived that in your head all season where you're like, we were 2, 3 plays from making it a game, and then we would lose it on 2 or 3 plays?
Well, I haven't replayed it at all. You have to look ahead. And after the season's over, now that it's over, I'll spend time reflecting on why things went the way they did, and try to get better from there. Because that's all we can do. Thinking about what happened in the past, and harping on it as the season's going on. Obviously, you watch tape with your team and your players to then try to eliminate some of those mistakes and breakdowns. But it's just disappointing that we had opportunities in more than our fair share of games this year, and we couldn't get over the hump.
Hands up, other questions for Coach Barbie? Raise your hand. Okay, front row.
Coach, heading into the season, you felt that this was going to be your strongest team and it was going to be your best team. By results, it was not. How was it that you so misjudged how this team would end up performing?
I didn't misjudge anything. I didn't misjudge anything. Your win-loss record at the end of the day doesn't indicate why the season went the way it went. And like I told the team after the game, that a lot of disappointment, a lot of frustration in that locker room, but I told every one of them that I'm the coach of the program and I'm the leader of the ship, and it all falls on me. And I took full responsibility in front of those guys on where this season went. And challenged them like I told them I'm going to challenge myself. We all got to get better so we can come back next year and make sure that next year doesn't go the way this year went.